Here's an ancient Chinese proverb you might not have heard before. Life flows like a river. Sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's turbulent, but no matter what, we must move forward. Don't just chase the future, don't regret the past, because true happiness can only be found in the present. Many people are always waiting for tomorrow to be happy, or they are so immersed in the memories of the past that they forget to live in the present. But look closely. You are breathing. You are living. That in itself is already a miracle. Everyone has their own story. Some people always seem to smile, but their hearts are full of wounds. So don't compare your journey with anyone else's. Be kind, because you don't know what battles others are fighting. As the saying goes, forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it frees the present and the future. When you forgive, you don't do it for others, but for your own soul to be relieved. In the book of Proverbs, it is written, "Happy are those who forgive others their trespasses." Only when we learn to forgive can we become happier. I remember reading a story about a king who had a very bad temper. He knew he needed to change, so he went to the wise man for help. The wise man told the king to get 2 buckets of sand and carry them every day until his shoulders were worn out. After doing this for many days, the king felt very tired. Then he asked the wise man, "What's the point of this?" The wise man replied, "Just like carrying these buckets of sand, you keep holding on to your anger and hatred, which only hurts yourself in the end." This story tells us that forgiveness is not for the other person, but for our own peace of mind. We can hate someone or even want to destroy them, but in the end, we will be the ones who suffer. The truly rich are not those who have a lot of money, but those who have little needs and desires, worry less, and have less meaningless ambitions. There's a Zen proverb that goes, "Wealth is not having too much, but wanting too little." Having little means being content. In life, there are times when we need to hold on tightly, but there are also times when we need to learn to let go. Sometimes letting go is not a sign of weakness, but a manifestation of strength. There's a Zen story about a woodcutter who was cutting wood by a river. Suddenly, his knife became dull. He stopped and looked at the river and saw his reflection. At that moment, he realized that life is just like the water flowing in the river. Everything keeps changing. Nothing stays the same. Even our emotions are like that. No matter how hard we try to hold on to them, they will eventually change. Just like how the woodcutter's reflection changed with the flowing water. We should embrace the changes in life and not resist them. Sometimes letting go means letting go of a toxic relationship that makes you sad, a friendship that brings you nothing but bad, or a job that doesn't value you. It could also mean letting go of a dream that you once had but is no longer suitable for you. I used to tell myself that I'd be happy if I could achieve this or that goal, but now I understand that constantly wanting more will never make us feel satisfied. On the contrary, when we know how to appreciate what we have, every day becomes a complete day. For example, when you finish a meal, you feel satisfied because you know how to appreciate the food in front of you. When you have a loving family, you feel blessed because you cherish the bond with your family. When you have a friend who listens to your worries, you feel grateful because you value that friendship. Knowing enough does not mean giving up your desires. Instead, it means choosing peace over suffering, letting go of the struggle between wanting and having. In the classic novel, The Little Prince, the author wrote, "Men who have experienced the joys of love missed the joys of love, and men who have experienced true love will miss everything." This reminds us that nothing in life lasts forever. Happiness will eventually fade away. Sadness will also eventually fade away. As long as we understand this, we will learn to tolerate reality more and smile at all the changes in life. You see, life is not perfect. There will be moments of joy and sorrow. There will be times of gain and loss. The only thing we can control is our attitude towards life. As the great philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to us that determines our happiness, but how we react to it." So in the face of any situation, no matter how difficult it may seem, we must remain calm and composed. Remember, happiness is a choice. It depends on our perspective and attitude. Learning to let go is not easy. Sometimes we hold on to our pain, anger, and resentment because we think that by holding on, we are showing our strength. But actually, true strength comes from knowing when to let go. So take a moment to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what is it that you are holding on to? Is it fear? Is it pain? Or is it some unresolved trauma? Whatever it is, I want you to know that you are not alone. We all have our own struggles, our own pain, but holding on to them will only cause us more suffering. I know letting go can be scary. You might think that once you let go, you won't be able to control the situation anymore. But actually, by letting go, you are giving yourself the chance to start over, to create a new future for yourself. Think about all the times in your life when you let go of something, some hurt, some pain, some grief, or some disappointment. Did it really hurt that much? In the end, didn't you move on and find new happiness? So I want you to let go of all the unnecessary things in your life. Let go of the past. No matter how much we regret and dwell on the past, it will not change. The only thing we can do is learn from it and move on. Let go of the negative thoughts. We often have a lot of negative thoughts in our heads. These thoughts can make us feel anxious, worried, or depressed. But remember, you are stronger than your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts to focus on. Let go of the guilt. We all make mistakes, but don't let guilt weigh you down. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Let go of the expectations. Expectations can be dangerous. When we set high expectations for ourselves or others, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment. Let go of the need for control. We cannot control everything that happens around us. Learn to accept the things you cannot change. Let go of the attachment to material possessions. Material possessions can bring us some happiness, but don't attach too much importance to them. They're not the source of true happiness. Let go to live more isolated. We often say that we want life to be simpler, but in fact, it is our attachment and greed that makes life complicated. Let go of the unnecessary things, and you will see how simple and beautiful life can be. In the words of the Greek philosopher Zeno, everything we have is a gift from nature. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the sun we bask in, and the food we eat. All of these are given to us freely. What we need is to know how to be grateful and live in harmony with nature. When we learn to be grateful for what we have, when we stop constantly pursuing what we don't have, life becomes simpler. There's a Zen saying that goes, "When you are content, you are rich. When you rejoice, you are happy. When you are thankful, you have everything." Life is not a race. It's a journey for us to learn to love and live gently. It's not about how fast we go, but about how we go. Let's take a deep breath. Let go of the unnecessary and cherish every moment we have. Because in the end, life is not a race, but a journey for us to learn to love and live gently.